It is match day Saturday, and Austin FC are taking on Sporting Kansas City for the sixth time in club history. The last time both teams played against each other happened around of August of 2022, in which Austin FC came back from a 3-1 losing score and pulled a comeback win and beat Sporting Kansas City in a 4-3 score. But what exactly is Sporting Kansas City to Austin FC now? Are they an easy or tough opponent for the Verde and Black? Currently, Sporting Kansas City sits 12th place in the Western Conference with 17 points. In the last 5 games for Sporting Kansas, it's been really good for them with 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. The last one they got at home was when they beat FC Dallas in a 2-1 score. So remember, Sporting Kansas City had a shaky start with 10 winless games, but after beating Seattle Sounders earlier on in May, they got the form and rhythm back. So for Austin FC's point of view, they don't have to underestimate Sporting Kansas City, and they have to take them seriously because this is a must-win for both teams. Austin FC sits 8th or 9th place with 19 points, while Sporting Kansas is in 12th with 17 points and 1. For Austin FC, if they win, top 6, but for Sporting Kansas, if they beat Austin FC, they'll be in playoff contention. But for the record shows that Austin FC has the most wins against Sporting Kansas with 2 wins and 1 win for SKC, but between them, 1 draw. The last time Austin FC got a win against Sporting Kansas City happened in July 2022 in a 2-0 score, in which Alex Ring and Sebastian Driussi scored the 2 goals. But for Austin FC, the defense have to focus on the key players for the offense of SKC, because this season they have scored 16 goals, but despite that 2 of their main attackers are out due to injury. Johnny Russell and William Agada, or as my friend Kevinci would say, Willie Agada, are out due to injury, but 3 players are. Daniel Shalaway has provided 4 goals and 2 assists. In the last 6 games for Shalaway, he's done 3 goals and 1 assist, which is a goal contribution of 4 right there. Eric Tommy, or Tommy Gun, again my friend Kevinci would say, has done 2 assists and 2 goals, but in the last 3 games, 1 goal and 1 assist. And Alan Pulido, who's come back from an 18-month injury, it's been a shaky start for them. He's kind of a temporarily number 9 due to Johnny Russell's injury. He's only done 2 goals, but at the moment, there are rumors saying that Alan Pulido might go back to Chivas because Chivas need a number 9, and Alan Pulido said in verbal agreement yes to that offer, but let's see what happens. But for Austin FC, focus mostly on Shalaway and Eric Tommy, because both combined have 6 goals and 4 assists. Because for our defense, how should we start it? Back 4, back 5? Alexander Radovanovic is questionable, but we saw him on training due to the pictures. He was wearing a shoulder brace, but he's built different. But again, questionable means he might not start. And like we know, Leo Bison is out to his, injury on his ankle. He's out for 2-3 months, and he's not going to need a season-ending injury, which is good news for us. But it's going to be Julio Cascante and Alex Ring, because, Josh Wolf has more trust for Alex Ring being a center back, even though we all know Alex Ring is he's not fit to be a center back. He has his good and bad moments. Fullbacks, I want to see Adam Lundin get started, because when he's paired up with John Gallagher, when they were using the back 5, both of those players were key players for that good run in May. So Lundin gets on the left side and John Gallagher on the right side. And for Austin FC's offense, how should we start this up? We start Driussi. Is that even a rhetorical question? No, because Driussi has to start. Last week in those games against Minnesota and Real Salt Lake, Driussi coming in as a substitution, he was a game changer, and Austin FC looked much more alive, because without Driussi, we look dead in the mud. But with Driussi's on, we look much more better with our key players. Who should we start at number 9? Zardes or Urruti? It has to be Zardes. Even though this might be the 6th game, if Zardes starts, he's provided 3 goals in the last 5 games, which is good numbers to me, showing to you that he's the reliable number 9 at the moment. Now with Rigoni and Fagundes, he looked much more better when it came to the RSL loss and Minnesota match. But for Rigoni, it's a tough one, because Rigoni hasn't done much for us. I mean, sure, he gave an assist to Julio Cascante's header, but I would say might be controversial. Start Finley and bench Rigoni, because Finley looks much more dangerous on the right side, because he's done a lot for us this entire time with Austin FC, and he looks much more fit and much more ready to go on the field. So Finley over Rigoni is my take right there. But for Sporting Kansas City, they have defense scored 24 times. And remember what I said earlier, they had 10 winless games during the first half of the 2023 season, but it's really impressive to see that they're sitting 12th place, and that they beat Austin FC, they'll be in playoff contention or playoff spot. But there are three key players for Sporting Kansas City's defense. First, it's Andreu Fontes. He's provided 85% of the tackles, 37 clearances, 22 on the ground and 15 on the air, and so far 18 interceptions. Remy Walter, who's a player in the 6 or can be playing more in the 8, he's provided 76 tackles, 24 interceptions, 16 clearances, 12 in the air and 4 on the ground, but he has provided 2 assists for the Sporting Kansas City offense. And last is Daniel Rosado, who's a new player coming from Colombia to support the defense of SKC. 90% successful dribbles, 38 clearances, 21 in the air and 17 on the ground, and his passing rate at the moment is 88%. So for Austin FC's offense, they're going to have a hard time with their set pieces on the corner kicks, free kicks, crossing, or long throws, because of Fontes and Rosario both combined of 43 aerial clearances. But I feel like this might be a tight game for both teams. One wants to get top 6 for playoffs, and the other wants to get playoff contention or playoff spot. But I could say a 2-1 score for Austin FC, a safety score, goal from Driussi and 1 goal from Zardes. But let's see what happens. Hopefully you guys understood this video. My name is Vanilla Mexican 17, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.